Hello Leo friends, I'm Annie Botticelli and welcome to my January 2020 horoscope report for you. January is a month of critical importance for every sign of the zodiac because we've got eclipses from the end of December into January. We've got this month being the only month of all of 2020 where there isn't personal planet domination in retrograde, which brings us backwards and inward. So this is like the month of most momentum. This is a month of major changes. And for Leos, this is going to very likely be a month of decisions of major consequence. You're going to have to put your money and your action where your mouth is, and you're going to have to put your efforts behind your dream. You're going to have to put your resources behind your creativity. And when you do that, it can definitely change your life. It can launch your year in a huge way, and it can set you up to maximize the retrograde themes that are going to be coming for 2020, because anything that you launch in January or bring out or make a decision about, or any change that you make, you're going to get to tweak it and update it and shift it and work with it all year. That's why it's so important to try to get as many things out as possible now, so that your launch is in this period of open stars, and then you can tweak it as time, moves on through this year. This month is going to definitely bring changes to many of your routines, your daily schedules, your the way that you eat, your health regimens. There may be some health issues of consequence that either come up or move along towards resolution. There is this very rare conjunction, meaning coming together, of Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn, and where that's occurring for all Leo placements, all early, middle, late, no matter where you are in the Leo spectrum, this is happening for you in your health sector. So Pluto brings the energy of birth, death, transformation, rebirth. Some of it's literal, like literal deaths that influence you, literal births that influence you, and some of it's figurative, where it's new births, on different levels, or it's death of something old and the, bringing in of something new, different chapters ending. I have seen in situations like this with the energy of Pluto, and remember too, Capricorn brings a somber, serious note. So this is a month where, even though it can gel things, like Capricorn energy can manifest things and bring your wildest dreams, things you've wanted forever, can come to fruition in this month. And at the same time, it can have a somber note. So we don't know how you're going to experience it. It could be, yay, you've been working on something comes together, you're so happy, because Capricorn energy can have this long-term implication. So these long-term implications can come in for better or worse. But in any case, this energy of Pluto, let's say a coworker dies from stress, right? Something happens to them, and then you're like, whoa, maybe they're not even close to you, but you're affected by what happened to them because you don't want to follow the same path. So something where somebody else's health or somebody else's mortality could come in to influence you to make different choices with your lifestyle and health. Or it could be that your health or mortality is called into question, and that is causing you to make some serious decisions about being practical and grabbing the bull by the horns and doing something serious. So if you have been needing to, and if you've been needing to do this, very likely, cut out more sugar, exercise more, get some labs. Diagnostics are amazing this month. If you have to get any surgeries, anything like that, the chart of doing a surgery is very complicated, but this month is the most clear from all the personal planet retrograde. So if you have to do something, whether it's voluntary or whether it's medical and necessary, this energy of the sixth house brings in medicine. And that can be alternative medicine, or that can be, mainstream medicine. So either it could come in like, your health and diet and lifestyle. You're making radical changes, joining a gym, things like that. Or you're trying a new diet, or you're doing a new supplement routine, or working with a new practitioner. Or it could be that you want to get more into health for like your work, because the sixth house also has to do with your work. So there could be drastic changes to your workspace, your office space. There could be changes with the people working around you. There could be changes to your jobs. This is an amazing time to ask for a raise. And this is an amazing time to become recognized for work that you've done. And if you're self-employed, it's an amazing time to launch new work projects and find new clients. Work like advertising is amazing this month as well. And it's really nice that it jives with January being the new year. If you've listened to my reports for years, you know that some Januaries I'm like, yay, happy new year, but it doesn't really feel like a new year because of one reason or another. But this year is one of the years where it's like, yes, new year energy, clean slate, lined up with the eclipses, lined up with all this energy of, taking action and new beginnings. Things with pets or animals can become prominent as well. So definitely keep an eye out if you're looking for your forever furry friends or feathered friends. This could be a perfect month for finding that little beloved. And if you have to do anything involving things with your pets, or if you've been wanting to get therapy involving animals or go to school or get educated to work with animals as your job, this is all amazing for you. Between January 12th and 13th, that Saturn-Pluto conjunction is going to occur, but it's really going to flavor all month because this aspect happens once every 34 years. So it's really powerful and it's really permanent. It brings things in of permanent consequence. So you're going to see all of that coming in a big way. Venus is going to be enhancing your 7th house, and this is true for all Leo placements. If you've watched my reports for a while, you know that sometimes I'm very detailed in differentiating out if I see a difference if your birthday is later in the sign. And so everything I've been talking about is true for all Leos unless I otherwise differentiate out. And here is one of those examples where I'm differentiating, because Venus is going to influence the 7th house for all Leo placements. But if you're near the end of the sign, then it's going to take a little bit longer into January for you to feel this influence, okay? It's going to get to you, and it will be this month, but it's just going to take you a little longer to feel it. So what does Venus in the 7th house look like? If you remember my grandma Marge, she is our epitome of Venus energy. She my grandma Marge would bring comfort and food and money and compliments and love and attention, and Venus does the same thing. So Venus in your house of partnerships can improve and enhance your love relationship. It can also improve and enhance all your relationships, bringing harmony, accord, and finding of solutions to problems. It can also bring someone in new. This is a really, really, really epic month for meeting somebody new love or new chapters in previous relationships or new important relationships of any kind, whether they're client relationships, whether you need a new practitioner of any kind, an accountant, anybody. This is really helpful. And if you've been having an argument with somebody or you're having trouble seeing eye to eye, this is the type of energy that can enhance solution finding. So that's really exciting. All right, so now I want to show you the quick chart representation of the things that I just said so you can see why I'm saying this, not just what. You can see I'm using an early degree chart, but everything that I've said is true for all of you, so you don't have to worry, it's all the same. Okay, we talked about this 6th house. Wow, look at that. Really full. And even though the 6th house of you later in the sign doesn't appear as full at the beginning of the month, as the month gets towards the end, it starts filling up for you. And this Saturn-Pluto combination that we talked about, bringing those major consequences, decisions of major consequence, events of major consequence, even though this shifts back a little bit in the late degree chart, it's still in the 6th house for you guys, or close enough to be influencing the 6th house. So it's really true for all of you. So this Capricorn energy, I showed you this predominance of energy that can bring manifestation. It can bring gelling of things you've been working on for a long time. It can bring serious, somber notes. It can bring focus on practical things. And the 6th house is also an earth house. So it's like seeing to the important details of things that run everything, that are at the foundation of everything. So Leo energy is very creative and sizzling with creative power. And this month is a month to take all of that and bring it in to a usable form, to a tangible system, to organization, to, something permanent. Like doing something permanent. Let's say you're a singer. Maybe you record your songs and get them out there. Let's say that you are an aspiring actor. Then you get all of your things together and you make a go at trying to do something with this. So this is a really big time to like do something with all that creative energy that you have. Here's Venus that we talked about. Okay, so now Venus is in the 7th house right from the beginning for you earlier in the sign. Those of you later in the sign, Venus is going to be here in the 6th house and just sort of making its way over in the beginning weeks, but it's going to hit for you as well. So that's going to bring that harmony and accord and things that we talked about. There's one other thing to talk about. So I said that how this Mercury and then the Sun and then Venus is already there. These planets are going to go into Aquarius. Venus is already there. Aquarius energy in general blends much better with Leo energy, but it can be overstimulating. There's a 180-degree relationship between these angles. Everything in astrology boils down to math. The energy of the angles between signs are what flavor their combination. So when you have things that are opposite each other, they balance each other out, they complement each other, they can help you transcend and be your superhero self, but they can also overstimulate you and sometimes make you feel like you're being pulled in two directions in such a huge way that the only outcome that is positive would be balance, and you have to really work to achieve that. So you'll see a lot of push and pull between your individuality and your relationship space and your individual expression and what other people think that you should do. And so that's just a natural thing that happens around this time every year when the planets get into Aquarius. This is just the storyline of what happens. But it also could bring you new ideas. Like, the energy of Leo is fixed, and it can sometimes get, well, that's part of why it's makes a great leadership energy, because it has an idea, it goes with it, people follow it, and then you lead, right? But sometimes if that idea is fixed and you're stuck, then the entrance of this Aquarius energy, which is going to get stronger towards the end of the month, it's present from the beginning, but it gets stronger towards the end of the month and into February, where new ideas, changing your perspectives, doing things a little bit different, maybe a little uncomfortable and feel like you're being pulled out of your comfort zone, but it could bring that transcendence, that bringing of balance. So it's like everything is also sacred geometry. So it's like when you're being pulled in these two different directions, if you just well, that's not an exact angle, but let's pretend that it is. Okay, there, it's better. So when you're being pulled, if you just transcend and then just go up and get above all of it, then that's one of the, the spiritual outcomes that we're looking for when we're working with these energies. So this is definitely going to be a very powerful month, one not to be taken lightly, one that will bring permanent changes for many of you. It can bring a lot of drama as well. It can bring discomfort, but it can bring you into a space of having to do something with what you have. Your resourcefulness is going to come out in a big way. And even though it might feel uncomfortable when you're going through some of this, it could work out in a really great way to the point where you would look back and say, God, I wish I would have done that sooner. Sometimes we need to have impetus. And that's why I always think that even these angles that aren't the most harmonious can really make for a great time, or a great outcome at least. Maybe not as much of a great time sometimes because it feels a little bit awkward when you're going through it, but it will give you exactly what you need to push through the things that are standing between you and what you want. So if you want to have more resources to help make this the best month ever, make sure you check out my January 2020 eclipse report for Leo. That's where I go into this Cancer lunar full moon eclipse in January. I go through all of the Leo placements, early, middle, and late degree placements, and tell you exactly where this is going to hit for you, no matter where you are in the sign, and what I've seen come from those changes from watching this and doing readings for so long. So look for that report. It will also be in the playlist on my page. If you look for Annie Botticelli, I've got a playlist for each sign with all kinds of things that are relevant for this current time. Definitely go to cozybysweetstarlight.com to see written horoscopes by me a month early. And any of the links that I'm giving you verbally here are all also written in the notes under each video. Also at cozybysweetstarlight.com, I have an astrology for wellness blog header and healthy lifestyle blogs and all kinds of other things. So I think you will love it. The site is beautiful. If nothing else, just go there to see how pretty it is. And very inspiring and informative. You can also go to anniehelpsyou.com. I have all kinds of astrology blogs with lots of details about how you can make the most of different types of transits and different types of events in the stars. If you're interested in becoming an astrologer and you resonate with how I teach, I have a course called Become a Professional Astrologer, formerly known as my Astrology Apprenticeship Program. It is the most crazy comprehensive course that you could imagine, and it gives you everything that you need to be a successful astrologer, meaning that you can earn money doing this. So I show you how to do that. I give you everything that you need. And so you can check that out at anniehelpsyou.com, or you can also see that at beastropro.com. And I have a class or a course called Secrets of a Six-Figure Consultant, which teaches you how to bring your business online. You can enhance your cottage businesses, you can start your online business or expand your online business, and how you can be financially and geographically free. So you can see these courses and more at my new school called Luminous Life Multiversity. So if you go to LUME-LIFE-M, which is L-U-M-E, life, and then the letter m.com, lumlifem.com, then you can see courses by me and other people who I'm bringing into the school to make wonderful offerings for you. So I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month. Bye.